My people, $6 billion. That's right. That's how much Africa spends every single year importing rice from Asia, even though so many African countries had the most fertile land and perfect growing conditions in the world. As a matter of fact, Africa has enough arable land, so much so that it can feed itself and then some. So why are we still importing what we can grow ourselves? Well, part of the problem is systemic. It started back in the 1970s when international food programs flooded African markets with cheap imported rice. Local farmers couldn't compete. Prices crashed, fields went fallow, and supply chains broke. Over time, imported rice became the norm. Your Uncle Ben's, Royal, Thai, Jasmine. Our plates changed, and so did our economies. Today, Africa produces about 60 million tons of rice every year. It's a lot of rice, but we eat nearly 70 million. That 10 million ton gap is filled by imports, mostly from India, Thailand, and Vietnam. And sometimes even our own rice is shipped abroad for milling, then sold back to us at a markup. Now, that 10 million may not sound huge, but here's the thing. Africa has so much land and potential that we shouldn't just be feeding ourselves. We should be supplying the rest of the world too. We should have a booming rice export industry. But instead, we can't even meet our own demand. Because food insecurity isn't about land. It's about what happens after harvest. We need better milling capacity, storage, transport, and trade policies that make African rice competitive. But it's not just on governments, my people. You can help too. Start or invest in local rice processing and agribusiness ventures. Buy locally grown rice whenever you can. Consumer demand drives production. Support cooperatives and community farms that keep profits in local hands. Africa doesn't need to beg for food security. It just needs to own its value chain. So share this video and drop your thoughts in the comments. What will it take for Africa to move from feeding the world to feeding itself? Let's talk about it.